Welcome back into the Awesemo YouTube channel, guys. My name is Geoff Ulrich, bringing you some Sunday, January 30th NBA picks for Jock Market. And if you haven't heard, Jock Market, very unique site. They have turned fantasy sports into a stock exchange. So forget waiting until the end of the game to make money. Jock Market allows you to buy and sell shares of players in real time for real money with guaranteed payouts. All those shares at the end of the night. They have daily markets in NBA, MLB, NHL, and PGA, and you can make real money every hour, every minute, every second of any match or game with Jock Market. What you do, you use the pregame IPO. You pick up some shares of your favorite players. Then you buy, sell, or hold them during the game, all based on your own analysis. Download the app to get started and use our exclusive Awesemo promo code Awesemo for up to a $50 bonus on your first deposit. And this is an exclusive offer only for the Awesemo community. So make sure to take advantage of it today, guys. That's Awesemo for a $50 bonus on Jock Market. And I love Jock Market for NBA action. There's always opportunity every day in the markets. People going out, good matchups, guys getting a little bit undervalued. And that's the key for Jock Market. We're trying to pick up cheaper shares of the big players. And one player I like to target today is Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns. He's taking on the San Antonio Spurs. And wow, the Phoenix Suns have a massive implied team total here. They're 13.5 favorites going up against the Spurs at home. Now that might draw some people off and they say, well, is Devin Booker going to play the whole game? Well, guess what? If Devin Booker sits in the fourth quarter, it's probably because he's already got 30 plus points. And realistically, the last time these two teams met, Devin Booker went for 48 points, over 70 fantasy points as well. So the upside is really there anytime you're taking on the San Antonio Spurs with a player like Devin Booker. The Spurs are 23rd in points allowed on defense. They give it up in pretty much every area as well. They're bottom 12 in assists allowed, rebounds. This is a great spot for a pure scorer like Devin Booker. And again, we got a massive team total on tap here. We've got the recent history with Devin Booker. And on Jock Market too, you look at this slate, I don't think Devin Booker is necessarily going to be that popular. And the cheaper shares you can get of a guy like Booker, who's got the potential to break a slate, go for that top 3 finish, the better, because on Jock Market, part of the game is getting good value for your players. And I think you're going to be able to pick up a little bit cheaper shares of Devin Booker today, with some people just scared off because of that big point spread. Let's go to another big player here for our second pick. Let's go to Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves, taking on the Utah Jazz today. This is an interesting spot for Edwards. He's been in a really, really good run of late. He's got 5 straight games with a positive ROI return on Jock Market. And again, this is a player who's probably going to get a little bit of heat. D'Angelo Russell is questionable for this game. And if he misses, I expect a lot of people will jump on Edwards. He played more of the point guard role, handled the ball a little bit more for Minnesota in their last game, and that really helped his usage. But realistically, again, any team, or regardless of who plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves today, Anthony Edwards has been playing well, and he is a player who, again, much like Booker, you're kind of getting in that second tier. If you can get him just a little bit cheaper shares, maybe under $8 or $9 in that fair value IPO on Jock Market, that's where has been sort of his really sweet spot, where you can really put in those big positive ROI returns. I don't mind this matchup against the Jazz. Obviously, it's not as good as against the Spurs, but we have a much closer point spread here. And Edwards, like I said, he's been on a tear, so I'm not too worried about the matchups with him. I like targeting him on Jock Market today, especially if his IPOs don't get too crazy. And for our last pick for today, let's go to a bit of a value play here. We got Devin Vassell of the San Antonio Spurs, again, going up against the Phoenix Suns, but this is going to be a good spot for a guy like Vassell, who's obviously going to be a lot cheaper in the IPOs, and for good reason. He's more of a role player, but the San Antonio Spurs dealing with some big injury issues. Jakob Poeltl out, Derek White likely out as well. Dejounte Murray going to miss this game. So Vassell's going to find himself locked into a bigger minute role. He had double-digit points in his last 4 games as well. So this is a player in Vassell who's already been playing better, had one of his best games of the year a couple games ago, landing over 20 points. So Vassell against Phoenix Suns, it's not the greatest matchup. They don't have the biggest implied team total on the board, but whenever you get a player like this who's going to be locked into a bigger minute role, going to see much more usage with basically the 3 top players for his team out. Yeah, I think Devin Vassell is a very good target here today on Jock Market. We haven't projected for a strong IPO, but realistically, this is a player who you just won't have to pay that much for in the shares. And again, the minutes, the usage role, it's all going to change for Vassell tonight. I wouldn't be shocked if he put in another 20 plus points here. I like targeting him on the Jock Market streets. So again, to recap our picks today, guys, we got Devin Booker, we got Anthony Edwards, and we got Devin Vassell of the San Antonio Spurs. Those are going to be our 3 targets for Sunday, January 30th in the NBA. Make sure you smash that like button before you leave. Subscribe to the Awesemo YouTube channel if you haven't already. Most importantly, have yourselves a great Sunday of NBA action. I'm Geoff Ulrich, and we'll talk to you again soon.